I, Ben, being of sound mind and endangered body, submit to you the following video. Hey everybody, time to work on my farmer tan. For real. Hey, welcome back to the Renewed Homestead. I'm Ben, and we are deep into planting season. You can probably see on the hills above me, spring flush is on. We've got stuff coming up, so any seeds need to be in the ground like now. Well, you know, we're concerned about the food shortages and so forth, so we want to get more plants in the ground. Denise has been working hard at that. Corn. We want to plant some more corn, both for ourselves, but also for our birds and, you know, neighbors if they need it, and of course family. So Larry has graciously offered this little strip of land on the side of the creek, and we put the sheep up here through there first because it was tall. You know, get that good sheep manure in there, and you know, of course, whatever we grow, we're going to share with him because it's actually on his side of the creek, but you know, he's not using it right now. He's like, no, sure, go ahead, which is, you know, like I said, we've got amazing, wonderful neighbors. We could not be more blessed. But he and I were talking about it, and you know, I've got my tractor. I don't have any kind of a plow, which, you know, we're not going to till and plow every single year, but this is the first year we're using this, so this really needs to be turned up. Well, Larry's neighbor, neighbor, but also his brother Turner, had a disc plow sitting out there. You know, and there's actually a tree growing up through it, so it hasn't been used in a while. So I went up and talked to Turner and said, hey, you know, would you be willing to loan it out or sell it or whatever? And he's like, well, there's that one, but he said there's a better one. It's up the hill here. He's like, go get it, take it home, clean it up, use it, and consider it yours. He's like, you're a neighbor, you're good people, you know, I'm not going to charge you for that, which, you know, again, we're so blessed to have that kind of community here. So behind me is the plow, and the you know, I can't even think of what it's called. Anyway, the wood that used to attach this to a horse had long rotted away, and I've got a picture of some of that wood just completely chewed away. I was able to break it off and pull the old nails out. So I put a new board in here, fashioned a new hitch for a 2-point hitch, or 2-point hitch? Yeah. Anyway, for the quad, I don't actually have a ball hitch attachment, so I found something I think will work just fine. Anyway, we're taking this out for its maiden voyage in probably, boy, as much as that wood is rotted away, probably 50 years or better. Anyway, but as you can see on here, there's a seat. And so my thought is, you know, that seat is what's used to weigh this thing down. I haven't actually sat on it, so we're going to be careful here. And the person sitting back here can kind of control the depth of the plow blades. I don't know exactly how that works, but anyway, so here's my thought. If we can get enough thumbs up or enough shared or enough comments, maybe we can get Denise to sit back here and we'll record that while I pull her around on the plow. Billy had some thoughts on that too, but maybe you'll see that on Instagram later. So anyway, wow. See, that's why I wear gloves. I just jam myself on a rusty piece of metal. Good thing my tetanus is out of date. Yes, I said out of date. No, it's only, I got a tetanus shot a couple years ago and no blood, we're good. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to set you up there and take you around. I have never, ever plowed anything. Like I said, working on my farmer tan. I don't know if you can see it from there, but it's a beautiful place to be, and we are blessed to be here. Let's take this out and see what it can do. All right, well, I think for today we are done. Plowing with an old, probably 1800s horse-drawn plow was different, that's for sure. Yes, I'm still scratching. Found that I'm allergic to the grass. Go figure. All right, did it do what it's supposed to? I'm sure it did. Did I learn something? Yes, learned about the handles and pivoting the blades, so the more of the angle, the sharper the angle, the more turning it does, which also, as you can tell, was taxing the quad a little bit there at some points. The bar, the attachment bar that I put on there, and here's the bugs, well, kind of failed. It worked, but it failed. The hoop, the metal hoop that I put around the end finally pulled off. It's bent, but I just pulled it with the chain at the end there, and it seemed to work, so can't complain about that. Here's our problem. We got it all, I went over it multiple times in every area. Still a lot of grass in there, and it's not chewed up enough that it's going to actually kill the grass off. And as heavy as a feeder, as nitrogen feeder as grass is, we're going to have a problem putting corn in here. So we're going to have to discuss what we're going to do here. I don't know if we borrow Larry's tiller, or Clifford's going to come up and work another area down below the house, between the house and the pond for us. We want to create a couple of tables that we can plant on there too. Maybe I just ask him to run through here real quick. I don't know, but interesting. A lot of work, a lot of wrenching on that handlebar with the quad, trying to turn quite tight corners to be able to turn the plow around in this little area without chewing up the road. I did a little bit, but it's not like chewed up. It's not damaged, nothing I'm going to have to go back and rake out and try to repair and all that, but there you have it. Like I said, give us a thumbs up and a like and maybe some comments, and we'll see if we can't get Denise to ride the seat and the plow, and we'll pull her around somewhere. It would be quite the scene. But I, Ben, being of sound mind and endangered body, submit to you the following video. Okay, we're working on the corn garden. I have borrowed my neighbor Larry's plow. It is a horse-drawn plow. I don't have a horse, but I got about 240 horses that Denise is sitting on. Hopefully you can hear me with the wind. Anyway, endangered body. I'm going to be driving this plow behind the quad, and Denise just got her first 2-minute riding lesson from me. So she's never ridden a bike, she's never ridden a quad, or driven a quad I should say. We've ridden together, but she just went up, turned around, came back. All seems good. What could go wrong, right? So let's see how this goes.
Run! The plow is here!
All right, hopefully you don't pick up the guinea sound too much here. They're all around me eating bugs, which, hey, that's what we want them to do. Fast forward to the end. There it is. Hey, magic, right? Well, you saw me running the plow, and through no fault of the driver of the quad, the plow wasn't going to work. There are so many rocks in here. I mean, just great big, yeah, well, this isn't big, but I mean, you can see on the side, there's some big rocks in here. This is the first time this has been used in a long time. Larry, this is his side of the creek running next to us here. You know, and we already got his permission to use this. He said when he was young, his dad used to grow tobacco over here. So the soil is actually in pretty good shape, but you know, lots of rocks. But you can see we started doing that plowing and it wasn't working. Went back over it with the tractor, smoothed it back out. So what we've got is 3 rows of corn. Well, actually 2 rows of corn. So we ran string through the middle and just planted on either side of the string for the corn. Then we planted greasy cornfield beans, courtesy of Larry, next to the corn. And then we've also got squash. And you can't really tell it, but only about this lower third is in corn. It's just going to be, by the time we've got that corn and the other corn garden, it's going to be more than we're going to be able to manage. So we thought, all right, let's stop there. And above that, we've got squash and zucchini and a couple other things. And then, of course, along the sides, we've got tomatoes. We were gifted a bunch of tomatoes. So we've got Cherokee purple and a heirloom red paste tomato. So we've got a bunch of those planted along the side. Hopefully they'll stay safe from the deer as well. And then Denise went through and planted a whole bunch of white clover. The stuff only gets a few inches tall, which is great. I think we've got a lot of it out here, and you've seen in some of our other videos. It's really pretty, great nitrogen fixer. Will help get the soil back up to where we want it to be. But yeah, and then right after we got done planting, we got a nice heavy rain. It didn't wash anything out, so heavy but not too heavy. And then we're looking at the next, I think, 7 days of thunderstorm and rain. So hopefully it will be kind and gentle. We need it. It'll be great. Get the seeds going, and hopefully not so strong that we run it all back out into the creek. But anyway, and then what's over the top? Straw. We just threw straw down. We don't have enough mulch to throw over it, but help retain some of that water, some of the moisture for the plants. And, yeah, as Jean-Luc Picard says, make it so. But anyway, that's our other corn garden. It's been quite the experience using that plow, well, both the disc and the plow. And I also got my hands on a box blade for the tractor. That's a whole other story, but it's another implement that we've been looking into and was well worth the investment. We did not, we bought it used, which we try to do all the time. So, all right, that's it for this video. Don't click away yet. You get your pet spayed and neutered. Give us a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. I know some of the subscriptions are getting dropped again, but we are almost there. I think we're just a few hundred hours short of being monetized. Yay! But anyway, all right. Well, we do appreciate you all. We appreciate your comments. We love the feedback. We love the interaction. We just got connected with some folks out in Arizona that are looking doing the same thing that we did. So I owe them an email. It's coming, I promise. Anyway, we connected through Billy over at Permapastures Farm. But anyway, all right. Again, thank you so much. God bless you and your family. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. We'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.